Since the dawn of time, sequels have existed to add money to an already successful franchise. Sometimes they're as good as or better than the original item that came before them. Other times, not so much. Today, I'll be talking about Gen 2 of the Pokemon series. I'd like to start off by saying that the remakes of these games, Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, are some of my favorite games of the entire Pokemon series. However, today I'll be taking us back to the year 2000 to show you some of the original sequels to Pokemon Red and Blue. When Game Freak realized what a major success the first Pokemon games were, they knew they had to make more, and that's just what they did. Pokemon Gold and Silver were actually meant to be the final installments of Pokemon, so they went all out creating this one. These games kept the Pokemon formula that we all know and love, but made a lot of changes, all of them for the better. The series was given a new coat of paint as color was added, and along with it the ultra-rare, super-coveted, shiny Pokemon. Gen 2 also added in genders, breeding, held items, and thank God for this one, Dark and Steel types. These balanced the broken Psychic type, with Steel resisting it and Dark being immune to it. Psychic types were appropriately nerfed in Gen 2, and that made the games so much better than their predecessors. Gold and Silver also added a new region to explore and 100 new Pokemon, while keeping around the original 151 that were so beloved. The story of these games was much deeper than Gen 1's, and having more of a plot to the game greatly improved it. Team Rocket from first gen had been revived under new leadership, and once again it was up to the player to stop them from harnessing and abusing the powers of Pokemon evolution, as well as taking the legendary Pokemon of Ho-Oh and Lugia. These games also featured phenomenal characters, from stubborn gym leaders to characters with deep backstories. In the Elite Four, Koga and Bruno from the first games made a reappearance, and Lance became the champion of the region. Though I wonder whatever happened to poor Lorelei. Whatever. She left the stage to be replaced by Karen, the super cool aunt of the Pokemon series. She used Dark types powerfully, and showed how they could take down Psychics with ease. Her post-battle quote is, to this day, one of the most memorable of the Pokemon series. Strong Pokemon. Weak Pokemon. That is only the selfish perception of people. Lastly, as far as this generation's awesome cast of characters goes, I'd like to mention Silver, one of the best rivals ever in a Pokemon game. I think I said it best in my top 10 favorite rivals video.
His father, Giovanni, abandons him at a fairly young age after disbanding Team Rocket. Silver steals a starter from Professor Elm, and at first has a cold and uncaring demeanor around his Pokemon. His team, which has a Golbat, Haunter, and Kadabra, reflects his mistreatment. Golbat's happiness still isn't high enough to become Crobat, and Haunter and Kadabra need a friend to trade with to evolve. His final main game defeat leads to Silver's growth, and in the postgame this is overcome, and his team changes as he grows stronger. Haunter and Kadabra have evolved since Silver has become better with people and can trade his Pokemon. Golbat has evolved as well, showing that it loves Silver enough to have high happiness. Silver even goes back to Professor Elm to return his starter, but Elm sees Silver's acquired wisdom and lets him keep the starter. The canonical growth of Silver from delinquent to master trainer, and the story that goes with it melts my heart.
Finally, Gen 2 gave us amazing music, some of my favorite 8-bit classics of all time. Lance and Red's theme tells the story of an epic and well-earned victory. The pre-victory road theme gives you inspiration to keep soldiering on to championship. The trainer battle theme just makes you want to fight stuff. All are unforgettable. Hell, even the surfing theme makes you just want to confess your love for someone. Don't believe me? Have a listen. Kathy, these last few months that we've spent together have been some of the best of my life. I can no longer imagine living without you. And you just bring a ray of sunlight into every moment that we spend together. And I cherish that beyond words. So, I'm asking you now.
Will you fall in love with me?
Gen 2 was a much-needed update to its predecessor, and a near masterpiece for its time. But that's not to say it didn't have issues. Don't worry, I've still got a few rants left in me before the end of this video. The first thing I want to mention is game speed. There are no running shoes in this game, since those weren't added until Gen 3. Your character can only move so fast, and that gets pretty annoying until you get the bicycle and Goldenrod. Also, I get that this is a Game Boy Color game, and it can only do so much at once, but just look how long it takes to get into a wild battle. That's like 10 seconds. Some of you are probably ready to click away from this video out of boredom during that clip because it takes so goddamn long to play. Remember, you go through that sequence every time you're in grass, water, or a cave unless you're packing repels. Every single time. Secondly, there's so many goddamn HMs, most of which are awful in battle. Flash, Cut, Whirlpool, all of them just suck. No one would ever burden one of their main team members with any of these non-forgettable abominations. So if you're like me, you get an Oddish and a Tentacool, teach them your worst HMs, and stick them in the box until the time comes to use them. This is a pretty recurring theme in all Pokemon games, but it's just accentuated in this one when you have to use Flash and Whirlpool to catch Lugia in Silver version. Here's a summary of my trip to Whirl Island. Alright, here I am in Cyanwood City, ready to go out to Whirl Islands and catch Lugia. Let's just jam out to this awesome surf theme, and I'll be fine. Ah, crap, I forgot the way's blocked by Whirlpool. Well, I guess I'll go back and get my HM slave for that one. Alright, let's see, who should I deposit? Who to deposit? Well, I mean, at this point, I'm going after this thing, so it's just unrealistic to have that on my team, right? Alright, and then I'll withdraw my Tentacool so that I can Whirlpool on through. Alright, here we go. Whirlpool is in the way. Want to use Whirlpool? Yeah, I do. And because of logic, now it's gone. Alright, let's go in and catch that Lugia. Alright, fine, whatever, I'll go back. Okay, let's just get back to that PC, deposit another Pokemon, and go on ahead. Bill's PC, deposit Pokemon. Let's see, let's go with Brock for this one. Probably don't need a Sudowoodo for this one. And then withdraw this Oddish that I caught at the beginning of the game to teach Flash, because I didn't think that that would be useful whatsoever. Alright, back to this Whirlpool. It's in the way, whatever. Go Tentacool, use Whirlpool. Head back to the entrance. Light this place up. And there we go. Blinding flash lights the area. I should be fine now, right? Yit-to-do, exploring along. Oh, what's that, a strength rock? Excuse me, let me just get through this battle at 1,000 times speed, because otherwise I would be spending 3 hours on this. And, oh, I may be able to move this. I thought I had my... I deposited Brock in the PC. Add the super slow game speed to all that, and what could have been an exciting end-of-game quest for a legendary became an annoying, time-consuming chore. This was fixed in future Pokemon games, but in this one, hot damn does it mess with the fun factor of the game. Still, with all of its faults, Gen 2 of Pokemon fixed way more problems than it caused, and was a vital turning point for this amazing series. Without it, we might still be back in the dark ages of Gen 1, which I've already made a video about. So, honestly, Game Freak, nice step forward with this one, but it's not till Gen 3 that it starts to get really good. If you like this video, let me know by subscribing to my channel. I post Pokemon videos ranging from Let's Plays to ones like these, and it's a grand old time. Sometimes I have my friend Max on the show, and it's really fun to watch us mess around with video games and stuff. I'm not great at advertising, but that's a gist, so go ahead and click that subscribe button. Come on, I'm not gonna stop talking till you click it.